Hong Kong is betting free alcohol and longer shopping hours will revive the city's once bustling nightlife. The government has been in discussions with major property groups to encourage them to roll out measures to boost the nighttime economy, including extending mall operating hours, according to Alan Zeman, a nightclub baron and advisor to Hong Kong's chief executive John Lee. Lan Kwai Fong Holdings Limited, which owns the bulk of Hong Kong's largest party district, will offer flash discounts on some weekday evenings in September, set up street performances by DJs. Zeman said other property firms say they're going to distribute drink and shopping vouchers and hold nighttime events in the push to reignite sluggish tourism, and has going for to try increase in the victim. And this year was meant to herald Hong Kong's grand reopening to the world after final pandemic curbs were scrapped and cross-border travel with mainland China fully resumed. But officials' Hello Hong Kong campaign to impress tourists is falling flat. And instead of throngs of shoppers and club-goers, the city's best-known retail and nightlife districts are a shadow of their former selves. And then domestic pressures are also mounting. Harsh pandemic controls and the government's national security law have sparked a wave of immigration since 2020, and current residents are flocking to hotspots like Thailand and Japan, or splashing their cash on day trips to Shenzhen. The vanished night economy is a symptom of a deeper problem that Hong Kong is facing, said Gary Ng, senior economist at Natisha Say. While regional peers focused on improving tourism quality in the past 2 years, Hong Kong was busy thinking and spending resources on how to restrict mobility, meaning the city may find it hard to regain its competitiveness, he said. Comparatively, the city's tourist arrivals in the first half of this year were about 37% of pre-pandemic levels, compared with 57% for the neighboring casino hub of Macau, according to official statistics. There are signs of an uptick, though, with Hong Kong hitting 53% of 2019 levels in June, and Macau reaching 71%. And still, about 80% of Hong Kong's arrivals come from the mainland, and those visitors are grappling with a worsening economic outlook and a weak yuan that's eroding their consumer confidence. According to Michael Chang, mainland China and Hong Kong consumer markets leader for PwC Asia Pacific, some venues are managing to weather the downturn. As the man said, his group's business, which is largely concentrated on bars and restaurants in tourist areas of Hong Kong, has been recovering well, and some tenants are seeing year-to-date sales that exceed pre-COVID levels by as much as 20%. But many others, particularly those operating outside of the central areas popular with visitors, are struggling. Castello Concepts shut 9 of its 14 Hong Kong restaurants in July as it entered liquidation. Lily Chun, owner of Blue Buds, which operates more than 40 restaurants across Hong Kong, including in more residential neighborhoods, said revenue last month registered a double-digit, and then came it there. Even business in July and August is the quietest in my 17 years in the food and drinks industry, Chun said. For the city as a whole, sales from restaurants, evening dine, and operations in July and August plunged an average of 30% year on year, partly due to more residents heading mainland China cities for weekend visits, or even just for after-work shopping and eating, according to Simon Wong, president of Hong Kong Federation of Restaurants and Related Trades. That's spurring the effort to get people into bars, restaurants, and shopping malls. Chinatown Group is hosting a 3-day music festival at Central Market, a historic building near the heart of the financial district that was reopened in 2021 as a cultural and retail hub. The venue, which currently closes at 10 p.m., will ask bars to stay open until midnight for the event. Meanwhile, Robert Ng's Sino Land Co. is planning to distribute 10,000 vouchers for free drinks for people who spend a certain amount of money at its malls after 8 p.m. Henry Chang's New World Development Co. is also considering extending its malls
operating hours and hosting events at night to attract customers, while Lee Shao-Ki's Henderson Land Development Co. plans to give out shopping vouchers.
And those efforts, however, are unlikely to be enough to address the core hurdle Hong Kong's retail and food and beverage industries face, according to Natixis's The night economy is demand-driven, he said. If there is no demand, no measure the government is taking right now can boost it.